Once upon a time in a friendly, green vegetable garden tucked away at the end of a quiet lane, lived an assortment of colorful and lively vegetables. From the tall, wavy pea plants to the plump, round tomatoes, each vegetable had its own unique personality. Among them was a sweet carrot named Clara. Clara had bright, bushy green leaves and a cheerful attitude. She loved to chat with her neighbors and tell them stories about the world outside their garden. Then there was Basil Broccoli, who was wise and always had good advice to share. At night, when the moon rose high and the stars twinkled cheerfully in the sky, all the vegetables would gather to hear bedtime stories. They loved these quiet moments when everything felt perfect in their leafy world. One evening, as Basil was getting ready to tell a story, something unusual happened. The usually bouncy lettuce Lucy was looking quite worried. Velvet Vine, the clever cucumber, noticed her frown and asked, "What troubles you, dear Lucy?" Lucy sighed and said, "I could not sleep well last night. I kept dreaming that the wind would pluck me from the ground." The other vegetables listened carefully, and Pumpkin Pete, the ever-jolly pumpkin, said with a chuckle, "Do not fret, Lucy. We are all rooted firmly. The wind only wants to dance with our leaves." Clara chimed in with a warm smile, "Whenever I feel anxious, I think about the stories Basil tells us, and it helps me drift off to sleep." Touched by Clara's words, Basil Broccoli decided that tonight's story would be special. With a soft rustle of his leaves, he began, "Once upon a time, in a garden much like ours, the wind was considered a mischievous companion. It would tickle the tulips and roll the radishes, but it never meant any harm. One brave little carrot, much like our Clara, decided to befriend it. By whispering to the wind, the carrot learned that it was just lonely and wished to play." The vegetables giggled at the thought of such a friendship. Lettuce Lucy, feeling comforted, found herself nodding off already. Basil ended his story with a gentle message, "Even the strongest winds cannot uproot us if we hold on to the tales we treasure." The garden went quiet as each vegetable slowly succumbed to the gentle embrace of sleep, dreaming of friendly winds and leafy adventures. And thus, every vegetable in the garden, no matter how big or small, slept soundly under the twinkling stars, knowing they had each other and the stories to keep them safe. Good night to the sleepiest little garden, where vegetables dream of the most wondrous tales.